All right, let's take you back live now to the Eastern Cape, where police are investigating or have launched a manhunt after the former world champion Zolani Tete was shot and killed in Mdantsane last night. Two armed suspects wearing balaclavas allegedly opened fire on his car as he arrived home. He passed away at the scene while his a 27-year-old female passenger sustained multiple gunshot wounds. Let's go to SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies, who joins us now live, I understand, with Zolani's father. Abongile, I must apologize for keeping you waiting for so long. There's just so much happening at the moment, and I'm sure the community of Mdantsane this morning absolutely devastated by what has happened. I see there were community members who've gathered outside the home there. I mean, just talk us through how this community is reeling this morning.
Well, Crisada, we're waking up to the sad news of the passing of Zolani Tete. Right now, we're coming to you outside at NU12, his home at NU12, where he grew up, where he was a young boy. This is the home of Zolani Tete. As you can see, people are starting to gather here. Mourners are starting to gather here, and we're expecting the boxing fraternity later on this afternoon to make their way here. So it's really quite something that's still fresh in the minds of the family. It's really something that's quite really sad here in this area, as you know that he had just completed that 4-year ban and was preparing to return to the ring. When I engaged with his promoter and manager Mdantsane, he was saying that he was expecting to go to another fight on the 29th of November, but that's not to be. And the way he died, it's quite tragic, and no one expected him to go this way. But I do have the pleasure of speaking to his father, Tata Zolani Tete. Tata, thanks a lot for your patience. My sincere apologies for keeping you waiting during this devastating time. But as a family, your son has passed on.
Kunjalo buti. Nami kangiba ndise showed nangoku andikayazi noba mandithini na into thuse kakhulu bo ndiyamazi mntana makakho sidoti. So akuba deserve into ba ubulaba ngohlobo abulewe ngalo. Ndiyazi nami bakwenzeka ntoni. Andiyazi sebhlungu ke. Kodwa ndiyamcela uThixo bake siye ngabantu abakhonza. Cela uThixo asiphendulele kule case yenzekileyo ngoZolani, because nangoku njengoba kusenza le nto uvele ejimini. That is the only thing ayenzayo apha emhlabeni, kukuya amanqindini aye emculweni, akanayo enye into. So andingayilindelanga le nto yenzekileyo kuye kwaphela umntanam, ngoba uba ebeyindlobongela bendawuthi ndithi ufele ebunjeni bakhe. But unfortunately for him, mntana oqeqeshekileyo, bulela loo nto kuye uZolani. Ukhula kakuhle ngolo hlobo, kangandisokolisi uZolani. Kangandifumane ukusokola tu. Naleba ube akhe ayiglasini into entsha kuye, mbazi mna ayisela. Kodwa bendiye ndothuke ngamaxesha athi mfumana ya ukhona into agqithe kuyo uZolani. See, thetha ukuthi andinanto, ndiyazi uba ndingathetha ntoni ngomntanam. See, ndisothukile kakhulu. Ndaba right mhlambi later na ndiyazi uba mandithethe ntoni na.
Ewe tatam, kusekutsha. Ungathi kubantu bengamaziyo uZolani nje bebeyimbethi manqini nje besaziwa, kodwa wena njenganyanakhe xa unomdescribe kumuntu angamaziyo nje bekhula kwelikhaya namhlanje, nje bebekhulela kwelikhaya, ngathi bengumntana onjani?
Yo, ebengumntana olunge kakhulu, onwabisayo nako kwabo. Kusuka kwakhe kokwabo akayi kwenye indawo, uya straight emanqindini uZolani. Buya emanqindini wenza lo mculo, ayikho enye into. Leno ndithi ndiyayothuka nale yenzekile ba yenzeke kuye. I mean, ngebebiulele mna bhetele. They should have killed me bhetele, andingcwabe ke uZolani. But ngoku anayo enye into ndixakiwe nyani bani ukhule kakuhle uZolani kakhulu, esithanda isport. Qale I'm sure at the age of 7 emanqindini uZolani etrainer apha kwa12 nguphathekile sinyabi. Uthe waya ke kuBramzim Nguni, eligama lithi lastborn. Ngulasborn apha ekhaya uZolani ebantwaneni bam, ungulasborn. nasejimini wafika wangulast born because ufike inguye omncinci kwiboxers ezazikhona apho ejimini kaBramzi Mnguni. That is why wakwathiwa ngulast born kuba wayenguye yedwa omncinci phakathi kweboxer ezazikhona. See, thetha ukuthi kangasinike ingxaki ukhule kakuhle ngumntana onembeko othanda isport uZolani.
Uza kumkhumbula njani tata?
Tata
Uza kumkhumbula njani nyana?
Oh, ndiyamkhumbula kakhulu akazukwazi ukuphuma kum enhloko. Kangenilale nangoku yile nto yenzekileyo because ndiyamazi ayingomntana ebeyingxaki kum. Ndizamkhumbula kakhulu because benegalelo kwalapha kokwabo. Into ezininzi ndizenzele ngulomntana kule ndlu uZolani. Yonke into undenzela apha endlini umama wakhe esaphila uZolani. Ndiyenzele ngulamntana yonke into kulamanqindi. Zangambona umlungu uZolani. Zangaphangela since he was born. Okokoko waba lapha esportini. Siyiso esimbangele abe uhlala pha ka7 kulandlu ayenze ngolahlo. Akaphelela apho wazokwenza nalapha kokwabo indlu yakokwabo. Of course bese ndiyenzile yankulu indlu but ngaphakathi nguye osebenzileyo uZolani.
Bingumuntu onensebenzo kakhulu engalibala ngikhaya la.
Kakhulu umntana benensebenzo. That is why ngithi ndinewari kakhulu because besenenjongo zokwenza nezinye izinto bengekazenzi apha kokwabo uZolani. So ndinalo ngxaki ilolo hlobo. Kodwa mdala mina ngoku ilona ndithi ngebethathe mina bhetele ashiyeke uZolani azokwazi undingcwaba. See, ndinalo ngxaki.
Enkosi kakhulu tata ngexesha lakho. Once again, condolences to you and to the family.
Ndiyabulela tata, inkosi kakhulu.
Well, there you have it, Griselda, from Zolani Tete's father. If I might bring in his manager and promoter, Mdantsane Tete. Sir, yesterday I could see you were visibly distraught when you broke the news to us that he had passed on. Really, Zolani was preparing to go back to the ring again, but this unfortunate incident occurred.
Firstly, let me apologize, man, to all of you colleagues for yesterday you could not find me. Must apologize. I could not take the news, hence I disappeared yesterday.
Understandably so.
Yeah, Zolani is gone. Yeah, no, he's gone. He's gone at a time when we thought that we were going to resuscitate his career once again after 4 years of him being banned. 21 days after his unbanning, Zolani is no more. We had plans. We had plans of him fighting on the 29th of November here in Orange Theatre. He's come back. Something that he has been waiting for. Yesterday, he went to the gym in the morning, in the afternoon. He took his kids and his girlfriend, and he went straight back home. Zolani's route is clear. In the morning, he's up at 4. He runs at 5, goes conditioning at 8. He trains at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, comes back. After that, 7 o'clock, he goes for choral music. So they cut him off yesterday because he did everything for boxing. So it was his time to go for 7 o'clock choral music practice. The news, that devastating, I must say.
I understand that the police are conducting their investigations with regards to this matter. You clearly have no idea what could have led to this.
No, not at all. I can't think of anything. I mean, Zolani's route is clear, as I've just indicated to you. He's a gym person, he's a choral music person, he's a church boy. What else? I don't know anything about it. I don't know where this thing is coming from. I'm just hoping that the police would do their work and find those who have done this thing. Bring them into book. That's my prayer.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Condolences to you too. Well, that was his manager, Mdantsane, taking us through the life that Zolani Tete lived. Griselda, really, as you can see, the sadness in their eyes. We shall bring you more as this day unfolds here at Mdantsane.
Thank you very much to my colleague Abongile Jantjies. A very painful tribute to his son. That's the father, of course, of Zolani Tete, as well as his manager. You can tell the devastation from both about the loss that they have suffered. His father telling Abongile Jantjies that those that shot and killed his son, Zolani Tete, should have rather killed him so that his son would be able to bury him. Such words from a parent who's lost their child in such a tragic way. And there are now calls, of course, that there be some answers, that law enforcement agencies, act with speed to try and get to the bottom of what this entire tragedy was about. Gunned down in front of his home late yesterday afternoon, and unfortunately having passed away right at that particular scene. These are live visuals from Mdantsane, where you can see, everyone just consoling those who worked very closely with Zolani Tete. It's a tragic loss, in particular in an area like Mdantsane. For those who might not know, Mdantsane is just a little bit out of Kukombo City, formerly known as East London. And Zolani Tete would play or be involved in some of these boxing matches at the Orient Theatre. Now, the Orient Theatre is the home of boxing, if I can, in the Eastern Cape. If you wanted or were a fan of boxing, you would go to the Orient Theatre. That's where Zolani Tete was due to make his comeback after his ban. And his father, talking about the devastation and loss, he says, Zolani udenzele yonke into. His son did everything for him. He never worked for anyone. They would say in isiXhosa bengenamlungu. He basically, this was his life. He in addition to boxing, he was fond of the arts, and I'm talking about choral music. That is what he was involved in. Those are the things that he was passionate about. And you can see members of the community are expecting members of the boxing fraternity a little bit later on at the home as well. But as one would have it, members of the community coming to pay their tributes. Bazoduduza, they're coming to comfort the family of Zolani Tete, who was just 38 years old, having been shot dead outside his home in Mdantsane. And, a little bit earlier on when we were speaking to, one of the boxing writers in Kukombo City, working for the Daily Dispatch, and his friend as well, Andile Sidinile, you would recall, all of them sharing wonderful memories of his discipline, how he loved, his career, how he loved his neighbors, how he loved his community. And as you can see, family members, community members, inconsolable at this hour, as would be expected, fresh in their minds, hearing gunshots, some of the family members, and only to run out of their homes and find that it is Zolani Tete who has been shot dead. We understand 2 men to have been wearing balaclavas who just accosted him while he was traveling with a female friend. And unfortunately, he lost his life just outside his home.